Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my wavy hair routine, including the products that I use, how I define my wavy curly hair, my tips for hair growth, for maintaining healthy hair and good scalp health, as well as how to find your perfect hair routine and how to figure out which products are going to work best for your hair. Also, this is like my day 7 hair right now, not looking the best, so if you're like, why would I want to take hair advice from her? This way it will look better at the end. To start out, I want to give you a little crash course in hair care and how you can identify your hair type and what type of products you should use, so that even if you have a different hair type than me but you have a similar hair texture, you can shift the products that you use but kind of do the same routine. First thing to determine when you want to figure out your hair routine is determining your strand type. So you can either have fine or thick hair, and this doesn't refer to the number of hairs on your head or your hair density, but it refers to the actual size of one strand of your hair. It can be anywhere from fine to thick. My hair is fine, for example. I've always had finer hair. That helps you know the type of products you should use because, for example, if you have fine hair like me, products that have really heavy ingredients like shea butter or coconut oil can be too heavy for your hair. They can weigh it down and make it look more dull. If you have thicker hair, your hair can potentially handle those heavier ingredients. The next thing to determine is your hair type, meaning where your hair falls on like the 1, 2, 3, 4 ABC spectrum. My hair is in the 2 range. I would say it's like 2B to 2C maybe. Knowing where your hair sits in that range will help you decide if you should do a curly hair routine or a wavy hair routine, and if you should try to define your waves or your curl pattern in some way rather than catering to straight hair. Something else that's really important to consider is the porosity of your hair. Your hair can either be low, medium, or high porosity, and there's actually a test for this where you take a cup of water, you take 1 strand of clean hair, like with no product on it, and put it in the cup of water and wait like 4 or 5 minutes. If at the end of those 5 minutes your hair is sitting at the top of the cup and you have low porosity hair, if it's like sitting in the middle of the cup, like it sank a little bit but it's not fully at the bottom, then you have medium porosity hair, and if it's all the way at the bottom, you have high porosity hair. So what that means is if you have high porosity hair, your hair will readily absorb product and moisture and water, whereas if you have low porosity hair, product might potentially sit on top of your hair more and isn't as readily absorbed. Something you'd really want to avoid as somebody with low porosity hair is any products that have silicones. Lots of drugstore shampoos, not all of them, but a lot of them have silicones in them which make your hair shiny and coat the hair. But the problem with that is that if you already have low porosity hair and your hair is coated with a layer of silicone, it will make it even harder for products to penetrate it. So your hair will be basically coated in like wax and it won't actually be moisturized. Kind of recap all of that. I am somebody with fine, lower porosity, wavy hair. So products that work best for me are lightweight moisturizing products and lighter weight curl enhancing products. If you have higher porosity hair or thicker hair, you can use deeper and more moisturizing products. If you're somebody with wavy or curly hair, something else that's helpful when considering your hair type and which products to use are you have finer, lower porosity wavy hair, lightweight gels and mousses are the best products for defining your curls and waves because they're lighter weight and they won't weigh your hair down as much but will still help to give you that definition. If you have thicker, higher porosity curly hair, those deep conditioning, super moisturizing curl creams, heavy gels can be better for your hair type to really get the best hold. The bottom line is you should use the products that are best suited for your hair type. I know that's a lot to take in, but I think it's important to consider, and I feel like a lot of people fail to mention that in hair care routine. Now that we've covered all of that, let's get into the pre-wash routine. I make my own little concoction inside these bottles that I got on Amazon. These just make it really easy to oil your hair and kind of get through it all because they have a comb and the oil comes out at the top. This is a mixture of sweet almond oil, rapeseed oil, argan oil, castor oil, and rosemary essential oil. One thing you want to be careful of is not putting rosemary essential oil directly onto your scalp. You only want to use rosemary oil if it's already diluted or if, like me, you dilute it yourself in carrier oils. I start by brushing my hair. Like I said, I'm on like day 7 hair right now. I don't brush my hair except before and after I wash it. So this is like one time that I brushed my hair. Since it's wavy, as soon as I brush it, it just gets very frizzy, as anyone with curly or wavy hair will know. But definitely brush starting from the ends and slowly working your way up. Once my hair is all brushed through and all frizzy, I'll take the brush and just stimulate my scalp. and then I'll just brush it again to smooth out the ends. Then I'll start applying the oil. So I'll just go right along my part line first and just like lightly massage that. And then I'll go back around my face and hairline. Once my scalp is covered in oil, I'm going to lightly brush out my ends just with this like basic wet brush, because as someone with fine hair, my hair tangles very easily. That's another way that's like easy to tell if you have fine or thick hair strands. My hair tangles so easily. Next thing is a scalp massage. You can use either your fingertips, like not your nails, not like going like this, but your actual fingertips flat, and massage your scalp, which I do that, but I also use just a little scalp massager brush. This is from Amazon. I will link everything that I use below so you can find it, but this can just help with scalp stimulation. Massaging your scalp in general will help the oil penetrate deeper into your scalp. I brush for like 5 minutes. Once I'm done, lightly brush the ends again. People always will say like, do not brush your hair after oiling. As long as you're really gentle, it's okay. The reason that they say that is because your hair is in its most fragile state when it's like wet or oiled, but I'm super gentle, so I think it's okay. And like I said, if I don't do that, my hair is just gonna be a big knot ball in the end. So favorite hair oil to use on my mids and ends and just the length of my hair is argan oil. It's something I've used for so long. It just works so well. It's not like heavy enough to the point where it really weighs down my hair. I love this brand. I use so many products. It's Now Solutions. Very lightly like brush, just make sure it's smooth enough to braid. My protective style of choice for when I've oiled my hair is 2 braids. I don't want to use a clip or anything like that because I don't want to unintentionally cause strain on my hair and damage it or cause any breakage. And I will leave the braids in for like 2 or 3 to 4 hours. And I have these smooth little satin scrunchies that I will use at the bottom to just make sure I'm not, like I said, causing any tension or like breakage or stress on my hair. With my regular wet brush, I will gently, one more time, just make sure that there's like no knots. Detangling my hair as much as possible just makes the whole wash and after washing process easier. Also, before I get in, I wash my hair 1 to 2 times a week, and I use arrowroot powder as dry shampoo in between that if I need to. I would say aim for like every 2 or 3 days, maybe like every 4 days is ideal. That's usually what I do just because it can dry out like the lengths of your hair. And another thing that I always do is I shampoo 3 times. Even if you aren't oiling your hair, you should shampoo at least twice to make sure that your hair is actually getting really clean when you're in the shower. Every single shower I bring in my brush and my scalp brush and I shampoo both of them because I use this after the shower. So if you're using a dirty brush on your clean hair, you're gonna make your hair be dirty like immediately. Out of the shower, the most important tip that I have for styling wavy to curly hair is applying product on soaking wet hair. So as soon as I got out of the shower, before I even dried off, I did not wring out my hair or squeeze out any water. I just take some leave-in conditioner. This one is from Odell, and I immediately put it on my hair. You want as much water as possible to like stay in your hair, like penetrate your hair. So this will help you have the most defined curls and waves. I really like this leave-in conditioner. It's lightweight and has like a really good slip to it, so it makes my hair easier to detangle. Next, I just split my hair in two. I try to make it as even as possible. And then I will just go through and very, very gently brush through my hair using a wet brush. I'm being honest, I use like a whole concoction of products. I'm constantly trying out new things. I just recently got this Eva NYC Tone It Down Blonde Leave-In Conditioner. I really love this brand, and so I'm gonna add a tiny bit of that. I've also been using this leave-in conditioner from Shea Moisture, which is nice, but it's like not enough. It's not moisturizing enough, so I kind of prefer this one. Next, I rake a little bit of gel through my hair. This is the Kinky Curly one. My favorite mousse recently, I really like the Inner Sense mousse and also the Shea Moisture blue one. And I'll make sections. So like there's one. They kind of already like form into sections, so I just reinforce and smooth them. And I make sure each section is detangled as well. But I'll just take like a little bit of mousse on my hand, smooth it down the whole section. And I know this is tedious, but this is genuinely what I do because it works well. Take a tiny bit of gel in my hand and I will one by one go through each clump and coil them up to my head. And I will hold them all there and then put my microfiber towel on my head. And I do this because if I just flop my head down, the curls won't stay in their perfect form that I want them to be in. They will get into like a weird crunched position. I'm gonna put the towel on. The reason that I don't like flipping my head upside down and putting my hair in the towel and then putting it on is because it messes up all of those sections that I just made, and it messes up like my part. I will leave this towel on for like 15 minutes and then I'll take it out and scrunch it into my hair and just let it dry. So so it's actually the next day now. This is essentially how my hair looks with doing this method. And you know, I slept on it, so it's like a little bit frizzier now than it would be on the first day. And I feel like I didn't explain it well enough earlier, but the reason that I actually take each section and like coil it up to my head is because since my hair is so long, like let's take this piece for example. If I start at the bottom like this, and I'm scrunching it, it'll go into a perfect curl up until like this point. And then if I keep going, do you see how it just bends like that? Like it doesn't keep going into the curl position. That's the same thing that happens when I try to diffuse my hair as well. So that's why I don't really like to diffuse my hair either. That's why I don't even scrunch my hair that much. I can't scrunch my hair all the way up to my head because it scrunches well at the bottom and then it will just bend. And I don't want to bend like a weird lump into my hair. So if you have shorter hair, you might just be able to like scrunch it up and put it in a towel, but for my like long hair, that's what I do. I've had a lot of people say I have a similar hair type to you, you know, what's your hair routine, or like what products do you use? So I really hope that this video can be helpful. Even if you don't have a similar hair type to me, you're just trying to figure out what you should do for your hair. Let me know if you have any more questions, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.